This is abomination in the eyes of your Allah. Bonfire upon slavery in Arabia. Bonfire upon slavery in
Hello and welcome to Open Borders, episode 6. My name is Luke Mackay. I live in Glasgow, Scotland, and I'm a Minifan. And joining me today is Jackson from Australia. Jackson?
What's going on, big fella?
I am absolutely on fire right now. Just loving life. Did some manual labor today. Was sick last week.
Got the black lung.
I was.
See, that's a movie I've seen.
You've seen Zoolander.
Seen a lot of
Any thoughts from KMS this week?
Well, firstly, I want to know, what's your Scottish accent like?
This is it. I'm using it.
A bit of Scottish. I can't do it. It's
I
a wee burn.
Nah, I can't do
Okay.
it. That was the first big weekend of the summer. That's stupid
alright.
song. That's that, but that's I've said that to you before. That's that song by Arab Strap, where they literally. So I can do this song because I've listened to the song a million times. But
I have no idea about this.
I'm back on the Budweiser brands, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I might. What do you reckon? I'll crack something out. It's 9:20 in the morning. I might get in the hard stuff.
It is
I'll get a coffee. I can dip-
12:25 a.m. here in Glasgow. So midnight.
Wait, really?
7, midnight 7.
I was like, hang on, is this your local time?
I just added 5 hours to my local time. Which might not even be right because of daylight savings. I have no idea.
So what's the
You guys
Celtic
do that?
story? Do you just have this because like the green or?
I like Celtics. Celtics always been my soccer team. So
Okay.
Celtic, as you know, I don't know if everybody's familiar with them. It's the old firm, them and Rangers in the Scottish Premier League, which is it's just like every other European soccer league other than the English Premier League. Either Celtic or Rangers wins every fucking year. I think twice.
Yeah.
It's been another team. I think Hearts won in like 1978. And then
Okay.
I think that might be the last time someone's not named Celtic or Rangers won it. And then for a little while there, Rangers went into receivership. And,
I was about to say that. Yeah, it was like 15 years ago or something. They went fully broke.
it was maybe not that long ago,
Okay.
So they went back to like the eighth tier division. They were playing like basically what Minahan's about to be playing in basketball, and worked
Right.
their way back up to the top. So yeah, that's really it for Celtic. I just like Celtic, and I wanted to pop something on that didn't have Marshall on it, but I'm still representing up here. So
Yeah, well, it suits. The hat suits. You've got the jersey
Yeah.
in the background. We can
absolutely,
do a bit of Marshall talk. I know the people love Marshall talk.
we can do Marshall talk real quick.
Okay.
Just at show and tell today. Here's Jason Williams in a Marshall jersey, autographs. These are pretty cool. A lot of people don't know that he started his career. That's white chocolate.
White
Started
chocolate. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Behind the back,
yeah.
under the legs.
He started his career at Marshall. He transferred in 1996, I want to say, with Billy Donovan, who you might know from the NBA. He was hired by Florida. Jason Williams went with him, which I understand. But he actually, it was, different back then. Like, you had to actually sit out when you transferred. It wasn't, and you can only transfer once. So he sat out for a year at Florida before he was eligible. I think he played 1 year with Florida. Then he tested positive for marijuana, which I don't even think they test for anymore. So
They go hard down in Florida, don't they? Florida's always breaking the rules.
Yeah,
The university.
no shit, murdering people. Billy Donovan, that was a pretty good coach. I don't know. I don't even know if he's coaching in the NBA right now. I thought he was with like Chicago or something last.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was on the Thunder a few years ago.
Yeah, we had him and Mike D'Antoni coaching in the NBA there for a minute, so that was pretty cool. Mike D'Antoni, famously from Marshall.
Really?
Yeah, Mike D'Antoni's from Mullen, West Virginia.
I'm a Rockets fan, so that's that's my shit. Like that was
his brother Dan was our head basketball coach for the last decade. He just finally took like a senior position in the athletics department. They got rid of him. I think he's 77 years old. Dan D'Antoni.
You mean like this season just gone?
Yeah, that was his last season.
Oh, shit.
So we replaced him, and that's another problem. College sports are dead. It's over. Enjoy it while it lasted, but it's completely over. They killed the golden goose. Marshall's fucked. We can't build a basketball team right now.
You talk about the NIL.
Yeah, everybody transferred out. 'Cause I think we have like 2 guys left on the team. So right now we can't compete with Longwood University, which is like some little Division I school. Doesn't have football. We can't compete financially with those schools. So we're like literally right now looking at some guy who wants like $30,000 or $40,000 to come play for us. And it's like, why though? He's not any good. We're just paying this guy $30,000 just because he's like, just let him fucking sit out and play walk-ons. I really don't give a shit. There's no point. We spend $30,000 on literal garbage or just quit. And they ruined the sport. I don't know if you saw John Calipari took the Arkansas job because
I did.
Yeah. He said he's probably only going to roster 8 or 9 guys at Arkansas, which I think we're going to start seeing going forward, especially at the bigger schools. I think they're paying everybody on the bench like at least $100,000 a year or something. Why the fuck are you going to pay the 12th guy $100,000? Just don't even bother having him. I guess if you get destroyed with injuries, play walk-ons. I don't know. If you get destroyed with injuries, you're going to lose anyway. You're not going to win the tournament. So, but it's just.
Don't you also feel like? Don't you feel like they kind of had to though? Because like you've got all these guys like playing in like I don't know, not so much like Europe, but the number 1 draft pick coming out of this year is in playing in Australia. I don't know if you know that.
Well, yeah, that's completely fine. I don't care about
and like
that.
The G League Ignite.
They fucked up back in the early 2000s when they got rid of, letting guys just go straight from high school to the NBA. I think LeBron was like one of the last ones that was able to do that. Maybe there was 1 or 2 guys after. Yeah, J.R. Smith did as well, and that was 2004, so he did it the next year. But college basketball, the beauty of it was you get guys that played together for 3 or 4 years, and they were good as a team. That's why Princeton would always, have a shot to make it to the Sweet 16 or something in the tournament. They were well coached. They played together as a team. Let the guys that are going to go to the NBA go to the NBA. But now we're in a situation where we have fucking Andy. That's funny. Your dog. Andy Taylor.
Fucking going off.
Andy Taylor from 2 years ago. He's an okay player. He just jacks the ball up, shoots like 37% from the field. Mississippi State gave him a few $100,000 to go down there. He made it like 2 weeks before he got kicked out of the program. And now he's just floating around. Like, it's just a joke, man. But like that guy's never going to play in the NBA anyway. Why the fuck? Whatever. It's just stupid. I mean, so I'm sick of college sports. I'm going to continue to watch Marshall. They're going to
college football is still fantastic though.
I mean, it's great, but it's even that's the point where like Florida State can't compete. Like,
what do you mean? They were like running for the championship last year,
and then their entire team left. But they were. I've said them specifically because I thought I saw something about them getting in touch with the Saudis. Like we're gonna end up having like the Saudis like owning.
Oh, it's gonna be like it's gonna be like soccer, huh? We're gonna have like Qatari backed.
It's stupid, dude. It doesn't make any sense. That's what college football was great because of the fan bases and the traditions and all that. Now, who gives a fuck? They ruined it.
It'll like with like Newcastle and all that in the EPL. It'll probably be like that. You'll get like random schools.
Yeah, like
all of a sudden become powerhouses with all this investment.
Manchester City, they were shit for forever, and then you got some Gulf Arab buys them, injects $1 billion into the program. Same with the Paris soccer team. I can never remember what they're called. PSG, yeah, same thing there. And I don't think
that investment was a long time ago.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. PSG have they won anything outside of France?
I don't think so. But yeah, the French league sucks as well. I don't know if you.
And the French league sucks.
Yeah, the
English league is decent because it's still pretty top heavy as well, but it's not the same team every year.
But the 17th team can beat the second team.
That's true. Who was it? Leicester back in 2018, was it? 2017, 2016.
Yeah,
if you somebody fed their somebody's still living off the money they made from that Leicester. Somebody put $100 on Leicester to win the fucking championship when they were drunk. And then just, somebody had to have had Leicester. But that
when their owner died a few years ago?
Huh?
Do you remember when their owner died a few years ago? He was leaving the stadium after a game in his helicopter and it crashed in the car park or some shit.
Kobe.
That year was crazy for sports, by the way, because that was the same year that the Cubs won after 110 years.
Yeah.
It was also the Cavs. The Cavs year.
Cavs won. Cubs won.
Yeah, so anyway.
I think they by the way, I think they overstayed on the show how bad the Patriots were kind of a loser franchise, but they were in the Super Bowl in 1997 against Green Bay. And they're not what I would think I actually thought they were going to talk about Boston when they talk about the Red Sox, when they talked about kind of loser franchises. That was a loser franchise till 2004. They had that curse, just like the Cubs. Then they won the World Series.
How long was that they didn't win? Was it like
it was the Bambino curse? It was the Babe Ruth. They traded Babe Ruth.
Oh, okay.
So,
World Series. Right.
Did
they ever make a World Series?
I'm sure they did. The problem with the World Series too is it's been around since like 1880. Which I'm probably wrong about that. I have no idea. I'm about to look it up. Boston Red Sox. What's funny too is the like 12 people that are going to watch this know the answer to this question because they're all Red Sox people.
Yeah, this
so they went. Yeah, they went from 1918 to 2004. So I mean that's almost 100 years.
Right.
That's 100 minus 14 or something. Now, I can't find the street yard. There it is. So it actually went a little further than I thought.
The best thing about the Patriots of like the 80s and 90s though is those uniforms. They're like some.
Oh, those were sick. Uniforms. I love those things though.
The 80s red ones, and I think the 90s ones. They should be their primary. They're fucking incredible.
With the Minuteman.
They're like the block numbers with like the shadow in the background. That was a great era. It's like the New York Rangers in the NHL. They have the fucking that numbers style. I'm a big numbers guy. I love like a uniform is defined by the style of the number for me. So
if you had to choose one uniform to be like your favorite, like what would it be? Like I'm just kind of thinking. I really, really like the old like '90s New York Jets uniforms with the jet on the side. I think those
90s uniforms are incredible. I like those 80s Eagles jerseys as well.
Those are great. The Kelly Green,
Randall Cunningham. Yeah, they're fucking nuts.
Yeah, those were.
But some of these uniforms. Oh, and also the old Broncos with the D.
Those things were pretty ugly, but they were also really cool.
You reckon?
Like the creamsicles. The creamsicles.
I love those. The creamsicles are
awesome.
Sick. There's no way.
I love the creamsicles. They're great.
Maybe the worst uniform of all time though is the Buccaneers, like the digital alarm clock style numbers.
Yeah, like that's terrible. There's a lot of that. Honestly, like it's like in design across the board. They've gone to minimalism and everything, and it like a lot of stuff kind of sucks now. Like the logo, they'll take like a cool logo and they'll just turn it into like like at this New Balance logo over here. If I can figure out the mirror effect, but like everything's just like kind of simple and just kind of sucks. If you know what, while I'm talking about stuff that sucks, let me go into how baseball cards suck now, because the baseball cards, again, just like college football, they killed the golden goose. Baseball cards, I could talk about baseball cards for hours, even though I don't even really like them that much. We were on a steady, beautiful trajectory from like 2016, 2017, 2018. More and more people were getting into it. More and more people were making money. Cards were worth more money. And then COVID happened and it fucking exploded. And like shit that I had that was worth $0.25 was all of a sudden people would pay $10 fucking for it because it had Michael Jordan's face on it. And we rode through that. Had a great time, made a lot of money. 2021, it kind of hit the shitter. 2022 was a bad year. And now but now we're in a situation where everything's expensive, but like everything's also like nobody wants any of it. So, and also we're in this weird spot where people would rather have an Anthony Richardson shiny piece of shit card that's not even serial numbered. It's just like a friggin' like shiny piece of shit like this Curtis Martin right here. But
how much?
And they'll pay $200 for this fucking piece of shit of Anthony Richardson, who's never done shit in the NFL, probably won't do shit, and they won't pay $50 for a Phillip Rivers autograph.
I like him. But do you think this is like a birthday present for the kids? Like, is this like some dad? Well, like $200 for a shiny Anthony Richardson. Is this like a
baseball cards aren't for kids? I mean, like, I guess they can be. But
well, what are they for? Like,
it's a bunch of fucking grown. It's a bunch of grown men collecting pictures of other men who are generally younger than them playing sports. It's all it is. There's a lot of crossover with the crypto bros. There's a lot of crossover with with just people who have felonies and can't get traditional jobs. There's a lot of people like that to get into cards. I mean, cards are great. I love cards. I love my Marshall stuff, but I'm just frustrated with the fucking industry. It's just like a Fanatics bought. Just like they ruined the baseball uniforms in Major League Baseball. They bought Topps, and they've been ruining baseball cards now. The only company that still makes decent cards is Upper Deck, and all they've got is hockey. All the other licenses are gone. They can't make anything other than hockey cards, and I don't like hockey. So Which, by the
Well,
way, does anybody like hockey in Australia? Is that like a thing? You guys have Australia hockey?
Yeah, it's actually pretty popular. I mean,
Really?
not like crazy, but
Is there a
I mean,
league?
like there is a league. Yeah, like we have like 2 Melbourne. There's more teams than there is in the baseball league here.
Really?
So, yeah, and it's a hot country. It doesn't quite make sense.
It's like
you could fit more people in the baseball stadiums. Like we have the Premier Arena here. Premier, I'm mumbling. It's like I don't know, holds like 3,000 people or something. So
okay, it's
all
all right.
Okay, but like you go up to like the Central Coast, like in New South Wales, and it holds like 400 or 500 people. So it's not like it's not a
What's
money
do they share arenas at all with the basketball league? Is there any of that?
No.
Is the basketball?
I'm sure that's an expensive endeavor to like.
Well, are the basketball?
I don't even know how that works. How does that work? Do they like?
They have the
bring the
ice
on?
underneath the wooden floor.
Yeah. Okay. So that sounds.
And I don't know if you've seen it sometimes, like it'll fuck up in some way. I don't understand how it works, but like they'll have like a bunch of condensation on the basketball floor because something's gone wrong. But a lot of the time, there's an ice underneath like the basketball court. It's all like modular, and they bring it in and out.
Okay.
I was gonna ask.
So like, yeah, go on.
Send me a picture of your signature. Show at the top.
What are you reading?
I guess I'm helping my buddy forge my signature on a title for a scooter I sold him like 3 years ago. He had taken it apart. By the way, scooter was great. It's a Honda Ruckus, 2015 Honda Ruckus. I put 1,000 miles on it in the summer of 2015, which is
like
insane.
Like a motorized
like a little 50cc scooter. It goes like 30 miles per hour. It was so much fun, dude.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, 30 miles per hour. Yeah, that's about how fast we go. 50cc. It sounds like a little a variable transmission. It's got a little variable transmission thing in it, so it's like a belt. So you can take a restrictor off the belt and get it to go more like 35, 40. If you're actually like a little guy, like I bet like a little Asian guy could go like John and Warren. Apparently he's little. John and Warren could probably go 50 miles per hour on a friggin' 50cc scooter.
Little or a little head?
Huh?
Little or a little head? I think he said he was like what? Actually, you're right. I think he said he was like 5'8" or something.
I think Kirk said he was like a midget, basically. Like him and isn't
There's a lot of exaggeration there.
I'm having a hard time with names today. Mutt's like I think he said Mutt was like 5'6", and then I think they said John and Warren was about the same height as Mutt. So, just occurred to me. Do you guys do stone for weight, or do you do like pounds?
No. We're not British. I don't even know if they do it. Do they do it?
Yeah, they do it. They do like 19 stone, shit like that.
So like, okay, like as
that
the
doesn't
most
mean
common.
anything. You do kilograms?
Yeah. So like 80 kilos, 85 kilos.
What's bigger?
This thing's 20 kilos.
I actually have no idea what's bigger, a pound or a kilogram. I knew like in high school.
100 kilos is like 220 pounds.
So how many kilos do you weigh?
Like just over 80.
I gotta see how many kilos I weigh. Hold on a second.
How many pounds do you weigh?
I weigh 220 pounds.
Yeah, well there you go, 100 kilos.
100 kilos. Oh yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah, that's how I work that out.
Yeah,
because I would do like, I would like look up NBA like mock drafts and stuff, and I'd see like 6'10", 220 kilos or pounds. I was like, how the fuck? So that was my general rule. 100 kilos, 220.
That makes sense. It's like 32 degrees is 0 in Celsius.
Right.
And then I think 100 degrees Celsius is boiling, right? That actually makes sense. Celsius is a scale that actually makes sense.
And 0 is freezing.
Yeah, and 0 is freezing. I think boiling in Fahrenheit's 212, I want to say. And freezing is 32.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
So today it's actually nice today. It's like 60 degrees. And that would be like 1,000,000 degrees in Celsius.
I wonder if that's about what it is here. What's the weather right now here?
Today was nice and cool.
So right now it's 13 degrees Celsius.
Okay. I can tell you it's 21 Celsius here.
Okay.
70. That's 70 degrees.
It's also
really
9
nice.
a.m. We're going to hit 19 today.
19 Celsius.
That's probably like 55. Bit less, 50, 52.
Well, no,
52, lock it in.
No, that's very wrong because I just told you 21 degrees Celsius, 70
it's 60.
Fahrenheit. That's what it is right here.
Oh, 70. Okay, right. I think
Yeah.
it's 60.
70's 21, so that's somewhere in
All right.
that range. It's fucking stupid.
We're coming into winter here though. So
yeah, your guys' winter is literally just like our
cold.
spring that we never get because
Correct.
it skips directly from cold to fucking hot as hell. Like it's been in the 90s 3 times already this year here in Huntington. So like 92 degrees Fahrenheit equals 33.
What's like 41 degrees Celsius?
It's hot as hell. It's like 100 degrees, I think.
That's more.
105.8. That's like
Yeah,
we're dead. That's like Arizona shit.
We have a few days like that every year. When I was living in Adelaide, we had a couple of weeks in a row that was like that.
I actually do
It's
that.
just
Adelaide's really hot because of the
Yeah.
Willie guy I listen to. Willie OAM.
Willie.
Willie.
It's Willie.
He
Yeah.
goes, "Good eye, legends."
G'day, mate.
Actually, I'm kind of woke on Willie though. I'm starting to wonder. He says he has. This is probably like worse than anything Coleman's ever said. Which we'll get into. We stand with Coleman, correct? I stand with Coleman.
On
Did we
what?
decide on bringing muffins to disabled people?
Yeah, that I was like
That was
I
tough to stand up for. I was standing up for him before I actually listened.
No,
to
it
the
wasn't.
episode.
No, it's not.
Huh?
It's not.
It was tough. I was listening. He was like, "Well, he should be used to it already. He spent the last 10 birthdays by himself or whatever." And I was like, "Oh my God, Coleman, you're making this real hard."
How many police were there at the party?
It was like 4 police. And the thing is, police,
Okay.
I said, Sig blocked me on Twitter for saying this, but I said like they're going to claim overtime and all this shit. Like
That's hundreds
Police-
of dollars. Hundreds
Hundred-
of dollars they're wasting, if not more.
then the thing about police too is they retire after like 20 or 25 years. So they retire when they're like in their late 40s and then they get another job. They usually go like they'll retire from the city police department and get a job at the sheriff's department. And then
they
if
have
they
a
can
pension or
retire
anything,
from that, they can double dip on the pension. They get pensions.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Pensions are fucking sick. Nobody else gets nobody gets pensions here unless you're in a friggin' the government. Like they used to have pensions back in the day, and I'm sure they still do somewhere because people steal from them sometimes. But nobody gets pensions. I have no retirement. I'm completely fucked.
How's it work over there when you retire? How's it work?
Well, right now we have a time bomb with Social Security because with the boomers are all drawing Social Security, and there's nowhere near as many people as there were.
Okay,
you know,
so it's the
after
same as
boomers.
us.
So yeah, it's the same as it is everywhere, and that's what they're doing
And that-
right now with the immigration and everything. They're trying to overload the system and break it so they can institute universal basic income and communism. Fucking commies.
Who's they?
Anyway, you know what we're talking about. You know who they is. That's not who they is.
I was with Alice Shattuck, by the way. Like
On
they're
what?
talking about. Well, they're talking about like how we're overly populated. No, we need replacement age. We need kids.
We're not overly
People need
populated.
more. Yeah, we need more kids.
That's
So I think
we have
5
a
or 6 or
demographic-
7 each person. It's important.
Every single Western country is facing a demographics problem. We don't have any.
I think-
People aren't having kids, and the people that are having kids are morons.
I think like the Asian countries like China and Japan. I think
They're
in, like,
done.
Big trouble.
China
Yeah,
screwed
yeah.
themselves with that
China's
one-child
fucked.
policy.
Yeah, and there's like 3/4 males over there.
Same thing with Russia's got the opposite problem. They're actually going to probably have to come together because Russia's got a bunch of women and no men because of World War II, the Cold War. Let's see, the war that they're fighting right now in Ukraine, the Chechen War. Russia's been losing people, and then even before that, Russia was losing people like crazy. So Russia should actually have like 3 times as many men as they currently have now.
Okay,
But so they've got a bunch
that
of
sounds
women.
very inviting, by the way, because they are
I know.
attractive
I don't know,
women.
I kind of like
They are
I kinda like
fucking
Russian
good
women
looking.
too.
Yeah,
They got a
yeah.
bunch of women, and the Chinese have a bunch of men. Eventually, they gotta come together.
I have no doubt that Russian women are probably taller. So I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, they absolutely are.
I don't think I could
Chinese
be with a
people are
woman taller than me.
really
That'd be
short.
weird.
I used to live next to a kid from Taiwan. He was actually really tall. He was like 6'3". He was a big kid.
Okay, they have a basketball league. I think that's where Dwight Howard's playing right now.
It is. It's where he scored 50 a
Oh,
game.
yeah.
See, Dante
It's like a
DiVincenzo, by the way, went off.
Oh yeah. I'm not
Yeah, I
watching
don't
the NBA
really care
playoffs. I
either.
really couldn't give a fuck.
I just
I'm done on the NBA. Like it's too many games. They'll never do it, but it needs to go down to like 50 games. That's why I like
With
college
pro-
basketball.
Well, and the other thing, basketball is fundamentally like a flawed game at its core. They need to do something. I don't know. I think, especially
mean
with
by that?
3-point, the game itself doesn't work. There's not enough elements and moving pieces like football. You can kind of break basketball like they've done with the 3-point play and all that. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm kind of parroting a talking point, and I didn't really read that far into the talking point, so I don't know exactly why. So I just say basketball is a flawed game.
By the way, I do agree with you as a Rockets fan. Like everyone hated James Harden because James Harden figured out how to perfectly like get the ball and like swipe at people's hands and just draw fouls and
it's just boring. It's not fun to watch, and it's just and then like
I just love post play. I don't like 3-pointers.
Well, we don't have that anymore. There's no
big guys in the post.
Yeah, like there's how many true centers are there anymore? The big guys like Wembanyama's not a center. Kevin Durant's a guard. You know, Anthony Davis isn't really even much of a.
I hate Anthony Davis. That's why I like Jokic though. Jokic
is cool. He's more of a traditional.
Yeah, also, Dan Soder. I don't know if you listen to Pardon My Take, but Dan Soder said it the best. Where Jokic looks like he's playing pool basketball. Like he's just getting the ball and putting it above the kids and like and just shooting over their heads.
I went to high school with OJ Mayo and Patrick Patterson. I don't know if I ever mentioned that one. We were number 1 in the country, and it's a public high school in 2007, which was kind of weird. 2006, 2007.
Did you go watch the games?
I didn't get any of them, no, but they sold out Marshall's basketball arena every week, and they used to play.
How tall are those guys in high school?
Well, the average, it was funny to watch them. I'll send you some highlights after we get done here, but because the average high school, just a regular public high school, they're not recruiting players. Your tallest guy might be 6'2", 6'3". You know,
right?
But then
you just named a couple of NBA players.
But Patrick Patterson's 6'10".
Right.
OJ was only 6'4", 6'5". He was actually a tweener, and that's probably why he didn't. Besides being a drug addict, why he didn't really work out in the NBA. There wasn't really a spot for him. Yeah, that's why he was banned from the NBA for life a few years back. So he had he kept getting arrested for cocaine and shit. When he was at Huntington High his senior year, his dad got in a big police chase. Or running from the cops. Yeah. And then,
we haven't heard any police sirens behind you today, by the way.
Huh?
We haven't heard any police sirens behind you today.
It's
really quiet in your house.
I genuinely don't know what the fuck the police do around here other than just give people tickets because they don't do any sort of actual law and order or public safety. It's just basically giving tickets. That's it.
Yeah, they're making money for the government.
Yeah, delivering muffins.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm totally fine with a situation where there's no cops and I'm in charge of my own security. That's completely fine with me.
Nah, you're wrong. I back the blue. That's fucking a bad take.
Blue? Nah.
Of course, that's a
I'm against take. The blue. All cops are bastards.
I'll give him a little. Hey, gone. So, get that down. Are you gonna crack another one or what?
I'm kind of just nipping away at this one.
Natty's.
I had a good beer this afternoon. You ever had Murphy's before? It's like Guinness, but it's Murphy's.
No, we only have our Irish beers here. We got the Guinness and we got the Kilkenny's. I love the Kilkenny as well.
I don't know Kilkenny.
It's the same. It's what do they brew with? Nitrogen or what's that?
Yeah, it's nitrogen. They put it in the bottle with the can or in the can with.
Yeah. So it's not the dark. It's not a dark. Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like
pull in the bar. It's gonna wait 5 minutes.
Yeah. Honestly, Guinness is my favorite beer to drink. I can just drink. I love that dry taste. So, but the thing is Guinness is $1 a beer, and Natty Lights I just got a 15 pack for $9.99. So,
Jesus, beer's so cheap over there.
It used to be a lot cheaper, buddy. I used to get a 6-pack of Natty Light Tall Boys pretty much every day after I got off work, and it would be $3.99 plus tax. So, plus 7%. So
fuck, I haven't had a Guinness in forever. Last memory of going to an Irish pub a few years ago. Went to a gig, just a band from England with some friends. After the show, it was a Thursday night as well. I had work the next day. We went to an Irish bar. I had I don't know how many. I was just downing them. Went to McDonald's, got 24 nuggets, and just
Macca's.
I don't know. I just threw up black. It was fucking disgusting. Like on the
Nice.
sidewalk. Like it was really bad.
My
I've
big
got a habit of doing that, by the way. I at the Super Bowl. I watched the Super
Throw
Bowl,
up?
not the one just gone, but the one the year before. Because the Super Bowl here starts at like 10:30 a.m. or whatever the hell.
That's kind of
So-
fun. I like that.
It is, and you start drinking at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And so, like, by the time the game's finished, and like, because everyone's fucking handing you beers and you're just eating wings all day, you're getting no nutrition, and the game will finish at like 2:30, and I'm like stumbling out of a fucking Irish bar, and next minute I'm like, again, it's like 2:30 in the afternoon, I'm like throwing up in the middle of the city on the sidewalk,
Yeah.
and I remember cops walking past. I was like,
I used to do that. I used to do that in college. Just get completely fucking blasted and ripped. Big thing too.
Yeah, not a 30-year-old male.
Yeah,
So
I
it's a
don't.
bit different.
Honestly, I really don't do that anymore. Like, I'm gonna go to. We got a summer wood bat baseball league, and they just announced pricing. Dude, I'm so excited. It's $1 hot dogs, $2 beers. It's like $7 for a ticket. I'm gonna be at so many of those friggin' games.
Why don't you sign up? Because I know I kind of piqued your interest a little bit.
Sign up for what?
Play. You should like.
I'm
start
talking about
some sort of team.
college wood bat league. This is like college all
Oh, I
star.
thought you said it's like summer league. I thought you said it's like.
It's a summer wood bat league. Guys that play
Oh,
college
okay.
baseball, if they're good, they get invited to it. Like the most famous one's at Cape Cod. That's the best one. But
Okay.
then they've also used to be. It's the Appalachian League. It used to be one of the minor league teams, but when they reorganized minor league baseball, like in 2021, they made the Appalachian League a college summer league, and we just got a team, the Colcats. So we talked about that. I
Colcats.
think. Yeah, I think we talked about that. It's a stupid name.
Talk
talked about
based in
that.
where?
Huh?
Where are they based?
They play in the Marshall Baseball Stadium.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the big thing here too. Like WVU, which by the way, WVU's got the #1 draft pick on their team right now. This guy hit a fucking baseball,
baseball.
to Australia. Yeah, this kid is amazing. I can't think of his name real quick. Let me look his name real
That's
quick.
That's not that ball that went like 500 and something.
It
feet,
went
is
for dude. I swear to God, he hit it to Australia.
right.
Zach, no, that's not right. What are you talking about? Zach Frazier's a baseball player. MLB draft WVU.
We played a game yesterday, by the way, that the home
Weatherholt.
run line was okay. Yeah, we played a game yesterday where the home run line was like 260 feet or something. It was fucking
Really?
It was disgusting. Yeah, it was bad. There was a bunch of home runs
Nice.
and nearly a fight. We've played 2 weeks in a row where we've nearly had fights, so that's kind of
Oh,
fun.
really?
Yeah. We've got one American on our team, and he hit it into the where did he hit it? He hit it into the outfield, and the first baseman turns around, and he's standing on the line, and this guy's like a running back, like he's built like a running
Just
back.
went
He's
throw.
short, and he fucking shoulder charged him, and everyone goes out there, and our coach is like, "Fucking stay back." I
There
kind
was
of
a-
want to get involved though.
That's you're the weekend warrior of the Kirk Minihane network, basically. I don't know if anybody else is doing as many sports as a grown adult as you are. There's no chance they play more than one game in this basketball league. They're going to get hurt, and they're also going to
What?
lose by 70.
Yeah, I kind of was looking over the potential lineups, and I don't know where the
Yeah.
scoring is coming from. Who's
Uh,
scoring
I-
for this team? Like, I don't know who's playing guard. I had because Coleman is. I don't know if you saw his stats. He's
No,
he averaged
I watched all that. He
averaged
me-
like
I'm
2.7
bad at basketball.
points.
He makes me look good.
But also, he's like the tallest guy out there. He averages like 3 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's a very selfish player. You can tell by the, just like Kirk was saying, they inbound the ball to him and he shoots.
it is crazy though. Like I'm not a basketball expert by
Yeah.
any means, but the way he like dribbles the ball and and the way he like manipulates it around defenders, like he looks legit. And then
He's pretty good at
off the side, and then he throws it off the side of the backboard. What the fuck?
I've
Did you-
never been well, first of all, it's probably been since I was 22 years old that I played a game of basketball. And
Okay.
I'm 31 now. So it's been about 9 years, I'd say, since I last played a pickup basketball game. I never dribble with the ball. I don't know if I've ever dribbled in a game of basketball in my life.
Okay.
I am a rebound, get the ball out. I hang out in the post area. I'm dirty, throw elbows. I'm gonna get that rebound. I'm gonna throw that ball out. That's it. That's all I do because I can't
wow.
shoot.
Okay.
So I don't try. I'm not going to embarrass myself.
I can't shoot either. It's bad.
Well,
I'm
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I'm like tall boy, but like I can jump a little bit. I can't do it anymore because my knees are a little fucked, but I can like grab onto the rim and shit.
Their Achilles are gone. There's a guy who's big in the card. He's big in the card Twitter community. I can't remember his name at the moment or his Twitter handle. He's a fairly athletic guy. He's probably in his early 30s, and he tore his Achilles just, going around. And he works out all the time and plays basketball all the time. He tore his Achilles last year. Their Achilles are going to go. I think both of my.
I don't think so.
I think Achilles are going to go before knees go.
I don't think they're gonna. That's a horrendous injury. They're not gonna.
Oh, it is horrible.
I don't think anyone's getting injured.
Remember when Durant did it?
Yeah, that makes me sick watching that.
I
steps back behind the 3-point line, you see it piece of string.
The same thing with the movie Hostel when they cut one of them.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I've never even heard of that movie.
I fucking I genuinely don't like you. I used to like you before we started doing the show, but the more and more I learned about you, the more I realized
you can tell me that came out in like the 70s. I'd be okay.
No,
you could say 2007.
I want to say Hostel came out in 2006 or 2007. Okay. That sounds about right.
Who's in it? What's it?
I have no idea. It's a horrible movie. It's not actually. They've probably made 17 of them, but it's like one of those super gory, just gross like movies. Like people are in a hostel and they're torturing them. Like that's the plot. Right. Did you ever see Human Centipede?
Actually, I did see a little bit of that. Yeah, that made me laugh. That was a great comedy movie.
It was a good one.
I just remember the scene where the guy at the front, like, because it's all subtitles, right? I think.
Yeah, I think it's in German or something, isn't it? I watched it one time back in.
I thought they were Asians, no?
Are they? No, I thought it was like a creepy German like doctor guy that had them. Maybe.
I don't
know, man. It was one of my tougher masturbations. I'll tell you that much.
Come on now. I thought it was like Japanese or something because I just remember the guy at the front when he like first has to take a shit.
There might have been a Japanese stuff.
He's like apologizing.
I think I genuinely don't think we could talk about that.
Come on now.
We got something cut from our last episode. Let's try not to go for 2 in a row. I genuinely don't
cry laughing.
Discuss that. Huh?
I don't know. That made me cry laughing. It was the funniest fucking thing ever. I was in high school at the time. I'm sure that was like, what was that, like 2006?
Yeah. Well? Yeah, we're the same age. Yeah, I'd say about
maybe a little.
I actually remember that was one of those, like, one of my favorite things to do when I was in high school was to get girls over to my parents' house and we'd lay on the couch and do over the pants stuff while we watched movies. And that was definitely a movie I've done over the pants stuff while watching, which is weird, but
And now you just jerk off to those memories.
No, I just jerk off those memories.
Yeah, damn.
Do you want to talk? I had a couple thoughts on the shows this week for KMS. How do you go first, though? Because I think I'm going to steal what you're going to say.
Well, God, I mean, I was going to jump back into the basketball thing. I want to know your lineup. But I also you think do you really think they're going to pay $1,000, which is fucking crazy? But I don't understand.
Well, no, they're
going to pay $1,000 for one game.
Well, I think it's absurd that Kirk isn't just going to pay that entire amount on his own. To be honest with you,
he will, I'm sure. But
it's a show expense, basically. It's a business write-off. You can write that off because you're doing it for show.
That's true. Well, they're going to film. They're going to. There better be like 20 people there. Because why wouldn't you go if you were living in the area? Why wouldn't you go?
Oh yeah. When I played men's league soccer, I had to pay, I think it was like $15 and it all added up to several $100s to be in the league and stuff. You got to pay the referees.
You play per game though, right?
Like, no, you just pay at the beginning of the season. And okay, that covers like the whole. It's not $1,000 for one game. That's for the whole season.
Yeah, but 6 games.
Yeah, it's expensive. I'm sure it's expensive.
That's fucking crazy.
Rent out a basketball arena or not arena, but a basketball court. And it's expensive for sure, but I don't know. That's
10 teams in the league though. That's fucking $10,000. That's nuts.
Yeah, maybe we should just be sponsoring Sunday League baseball or basketball. Right. I don't know. By the way, I would take that job from Gilroy in a second. I already reached out. He ignored me. To be fair, I reached out by just publicly adding him on Twitter. And then I also reached out before he talked about how much they travel. I hate travel, but $100,000 is good money. If it's $100,000,
it's bullshit. That's no.
Like
I'm a Gil boy, by the way.
Huh?
I'm a Gil boy, but that's It's
Well,
not bad.
generally,
Like,
I would think those jobs are like, I would think there's probably like a $35,000 salary and everything else is commission.
it just
what I would
sounded like the perfect like job advertisement you see on a website. Like it was,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you know, it's this
You wanna make
dream opportunity
$1,600?
with blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and I was like, this is fucking nonsense sales pitch. And someone made I can't remember who, but someone made the point on Mike and the Minifans yesterday. Like, who the fuck's paying for lollipops? Like, who goes and like buys a lollipop? So I don't know. Where's the money?
I see the lollipops that he's talking about it literally everywhere. They're always by the checkout counter, but I've never bought one personally. But I know what he's talking about.
You ever seen
They
someone
always
eating a
have, like,
lollipop?
They always have like $1, $2 like fancy novelty big lollipops by checkouts at like Walmart and shit. All those kind of places have that shit. You see them all
How much
the
is
time.
it? How much are they? Like $2?
I have no like. I'm picturing like I don't know what the exact ones look like. I'm picturing like there's these like just like red, almost just circular ones that are fairly big. They're probably like this big. That doesn't give you any perception because
Not multicolored.
no, but
Not like the big spoil?
Like yeah, those I bet those are more like $6 or $7. I can see.
See, that's
being
fucking
expensive.
crazy. Who the fuck is buying that? And that's
Well,
like an
you
investment.
know why these get bought? They're all in the checkout aisle, and a kid goes, "Man, I want that." You just buy it for them, so shut the fuck up.
There's no, like, yeah, but no one's coming back for that. And a parent.
No, it's a weird thing.
And what the parent has to deal with, by the way, is like the kid eating it for like 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and realizing this is like a 2-hour job. And the kid's gonna put it down and go, I don't want to deal with this. And then the parent's gonna be like, all right, I'm never fucking buying that again.
Yeah. Well, that's also why I don't like smoking cigars. The exact same reason. It's like a hour and a half commitment. I'd rather smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, but do you really like cigars? Are like it's a fancy night. You're in a suit with the boys, and like
I like to inhale.
It's a vibe thing.
Like cigars don't really do it for me. Like I would rather have a cigarette. There's little cigars, not like not cigarillos or anything, but there's these. I can't remember the names of the brands and stuff.
I know exactly.
I got to go back. I have a really good tobacco shop around me. I got to go back. They have the biggest humidor east of the Mississippi, they claim. That can't be true, by the way. But there's no chance in hell that the biggest humidor east of the Mississippi River is in Huntington, West Virginia. But I will go back there and figure out what those cigars were. They're just smaller ones, so it'd take like 30 minutes to smoke as opposed to. I don't like the big stogies. I don't want to do that for like an hour and a half.
I don't know. You also don't get like fuck all out of them. Like you may as well just smoke a joint. But you don't. When you roll one, do you mix with tobacco? Because I know that's a very Australian thing.
What do they call
like
that? There's a word for
spliff
that.
Or whatever the fuck
Spliff or
joint.
That's like a very British thing.
Okay.
Like I've always heard British people doing that. I think part of that is like it's harder to get pot in like Britain maybe or something, so they would mix it. I have no idea. In America, what they do is you go to the gas station, you buy a black or not a Black and Mild, a Philly or some sort of.
Aren't you in Britain right now?
Yeah. Here in Britain, we go to the. Anyway, shut up. Enough with the bits. It's not. It's everything's bits.
You want to do bits? Let's do bits.
I'll bring the crock pot. Justin did make me laugh at that. Justin, I don't know. I'm not like Justin doesn't make me laugh all the time, but he got me with when Kirk said something like, he said something. Justin's like, "I'll bring the crock pot." That got me.
I think Justin's been on fire lately, by the way, because he's like learned to be combative. He's more combative than he's ever been. He like gives it back to Kirk. I don't know.
I like bits.
He's been quick. He's been very quick.
Yeah, he's been good with bits. Coleman's just kind of getting his ass kicked, but I've always been kind of a Coleman guy. I can't help it. I just enjoy Coleman. He makes me laugh.
He's been copying a lot of hate, but I think he's doing well. Like, yeah. I think he's holding firm. I think the drops are fucking nuts. The drops are
he has a lot thicker skin than I do. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able. I would respond in the way that gets you fired when he yells at him, because that's what I do.
Start fucking crying and barking.
That's what I do.
Storm out.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I would totally do a mix storm out. That's like out of my playbook.
That was a bit though.
Yeah. Is Mick okay, by the way? I think he's back.
Yeah, he's back. He's back on Tuesday.
Oh, he's back in studio.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know you don't listen to the show, but
I listen to the show.
What's your thoughts, by the way, on Steve from Gloucester just being all the way out? Speaking of funny drops.
Steve from Gloucester. I'm a little. I think Montante had a tweet the other day, and he was like, or maybe he was like, "Is this the saddest profile change yet?" Or it was something like, "I hope to just be back in the studio someday," or something like that.
He said that?
Something like that in his profile. I can't remember exactly. It's along those lines. That's the message. It's like, I just hope to have one more chance someday, or something like that.
Sounds like a fucking battered ex. I don't know.
He fucked himself on that call. Like, I don't remember.
Yeah, because he's not combative. He's not combative at all. He's just apologetic, and he just wants to be a team. You know, he
but
wants
I
to
think
be
he's
everyone's
also
friend.
getting to the point where Kirk is gonna get.
He's trying to please everyone.
He's gonna get to the point where Kirk doesn't like him because
I think we're there.
because, and I've done this before too, where somebody like it's almost like a victim thing, and you start getting mad because it's like that person's acting like you've been like horrible to them, or you've done something wrong to them, and you haven't, and it's just like mostly on their end. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's
this
deep.
guy in card Twitter. His
Keep
name was Joe Collects. He wanted to run with the big boys in the troll world. He got mad about something. I don't remember what it was I said to him, but like he got like legitimately mad. Made this long post about how I was bullying him and all this stuff. And then I got legitimately angry at him. And then he came back and then he was like, "I want to be friends with you." And I was like, "I don't want to be friends with you. I think you're a bad person." And then he went away again. He'll be back.
Who the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Ocella tweeted at me the other day.
Oh, he's still alive? I
Yeah.
haven't seen him at all anyway.
It was a
Thought he
bad
died.
tweet though. Again, like I tweeted like something, and he was like, "How do you know that's the case?" or something like that. It was like,
I know you are, but
Minifan
what am I?
yeah, Minifan Grader would have given it an F. Which Minifan Grader is one of my favorite accounts anymore.
What the fuck? He sucks.
I like him. He just takes Kane
That's
Zabel's tweets. and
a
puts
terrible
Fs.
account.
I enjoy that. I hate Kane Zabel. Kane Zabel drives me insane.
No, I like Kane. Kane's the man.
You like everybody.
I'm all. That's not true. Although I'm kind of backing on Snell as well.
I wrote here,
Snell's appearance
Snell-
last week was good.
Here's my note on Snell. Snell stinks. Fake tough guy.
I think that story of Coleman on the bed though, that was kind of
That was weird.
that was one because I've been a strong defender of Coleman's gayness, but that was a tough one. Listening to that, I was like, damn, that is telling. That's
Wasn't
tough.
Snell mentioned something like someone, or was it Snell or was it somebody else who was like one of the minute ladies, like was like, "Oh, is this?" I think it was Julie. Was like, "Oh, like, are you sure we want this guy to come with us?" What am I thinking of?
I don't know. I think Julie was crying in the car park again.
I wonder, will Julie ever be on the show again?
I hope not.
I kind of do too.
She's tough. That's
She's
really
really tough.
hard.
She was good. Like, I think if they hadn't brought her in so much, she could have been a good like, "Hey, Julie's in the area. We'll have her in. We haven't had her in since 2022."
She can't take it. She's so sensitive. It's tough. Right? You can't do sensitive people. Like you can do sensitive people as a one-off.
Yeah.
You can't keep bringing them back, and you attack them a little bit, and they get all quiet and apologetic and sorry.
We should try to get some money together and go to Massachusetts. See if we can get in studio.
You reckon you'd be good on that?
No, I think Kirk. I generally don't think Kirk would like me.
Has there been? Oh, I guess Justin. I was going to say, how many redheads have been in there?
I don't even know like how much more.
I feel like yellow shirt guy was maybe a bit of a redhead.
Like my beard's red, but like my hair on my head's turning more brown than anything else at this point. It's getting a lot darker. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna get rid of the. Oh, you want to do Gilf of the week? Since we're already at
Let's
15
go.
minutes here. All right, I'll start. Jackson wanted to change it up instead of doing a smoke show of the week, which would be Lucy. And Lucy is the smoke show of the week, by the way. She's always the smoke show of the week. We're going to do Gilfs. So the rule was the women had to be at least 70 years old.
I thought we did 60.
No, 70.
Okay.
So I've gone with Beverly D'Angelo. She's a Gilf. Everybody knows her except for, by the way, I was looking at some actual, like that one's, she's looking every bit of 72 at this point. It's a little
That is
rough.
fantastic. That's striking eyes.
She was hot as hell, dude. I'm in love with Beverly D'Angelo in Vacation 1983. Like, I think I'll take her over anybody. But I have a fun fact about Beverly D'Angelo. Her grandfather was the architect of the Ohio State football stadium. He designed it, the horseshoe. She's like old Columbus, Ohio money. So
yeah, so she's your classic rich daughter.
Yep, and she dated Al
the dream to become an
in
actor.
like the 90s. So
Okay.
Who you got?
Well, I mean, I couldn't. It was one of the first things I thought of is Dolly Parton. I mean, how you remember watching that? Did you watch that Thanksgiving game? When I saw that, dude. I was like, holy shit, I was retweeting the hell out of that. I mean, what a fucking body, by the way. I don't know how real everything is.
I mean, like, well, she'll even say, like, her hair's fake. Obviously, her boobs are fake. But, like, I don't know. Dolly's hot as hell. I love Dolly. Oh,
God damn.
And she's a great gal. She's helped so many young Americans learn how to read through her.
Is that true? I don't know.
Yeah, like, if you, I don't, she's
like modern day Mother Teresa.
There used to be like basically in every elementary school in America, I guarantee there was a poster of Dolly Parton, and it was about reading. And she would like buy books and donate them to schools and stuff. She was a big reading person. That was like her thing, reading.
Wow.
So she's not only a beautiful gal, she's a great gal.
And the music, I mean, of course.
And her music's great. I actually enjoy her music. I think she's got a great voice.
She's got a brilliant voice.
And she's got, most importantly, a great rack. Am I right, boys?
That was insane. I'm telling you, when I watched that game, I was like, holy fucking hell, this is incredible.
You can tell she was kind of like using the speaker monitors as she was like kind of hold herself up. Like, I think she's a little bit like wobbly on her feet.
That's fine. We can help her.
I would be thankful for the opportunity. That's all I'm going to say about that. I have an international topic. So this is a statement I wrote down. Eurovision is evidence that all of the decent Europeans got on boats and moved to America. Do you guys have like anything like that? I thought that was a weird
Eurovision.
Yeah, when I found out about that a few years ago, I thought that was the weirdest fucking thing, and it's like huge.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, my grandpa used to love watching that, and so like,
I don't think it's on TV here.
Oh, it is here for sure. I've seen that since like the 90s, so it's like it's very popular. I don't know. It's pretty.
Do you guys like have your own version?
Well, what's funny is, as of like I think it was like 5 years ago, they gave Australia an entrant. So we had like I don't know if it's still going. I don't think so, but like Australia was in Eurovision. We had performers there, which obviously makes all the sense in the world considering we're a European country. But I think that's how popular it is here that they were like, let's give them something to cheer for.
It literally looks like it's like the Super Bowl.
You know, that's where like ABBA came from, yeah?
I did not know that. I like ABBA.
Yeah, ABBA's the shit. I love ABBA.
ABBA's good.
ABBA karaoke is my jam.
Speaking of that, I also saw the portal they opened up between New York and Dublin.
Oh, did I send that to you, or did you just happen to?
It's all over the news. Well, somebody put like a 9/11 picture up.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen like eventually.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's dangerous, man. I'd be like walking past, flashing my ass and stuff. I don't know. I saw someone tweeted out they should put this in like Israel and Palestine. That'd be hilarious. Just put it in the middle of Jerusalem.
You never saw World War Z, did you?
That's a Brad Pitt movie.
Yeah,
actually,
zombie movie.
Unbelievable. You've named a movie I did see. That's like
I just think like
zombie one.
They're like, yeah, the Israelis and the Palestinians, they got together. Now they're singing and they're all happy. And because they were singing, all the zombies were able to climb over the wall and kill all of them. So I don't know what that message tells you. By the way, I just want to come out and say I stand with the Jews. Big Jew guy.
Big Jew guy.
But yeah, I don't. Eurovision's fucking. That's idiotic. I don't get it. I mean, like we have American Idol, but like only like women watch that, and old people.
There's a lot of great clips, like memes, have come out of Eurovision though.
It's always very, 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 very.
There's the epic sax guy. Do you know the epic sax guy? I'll send you that later. But that's a great.
You can pay. You don't have to. I'm good.
No, I will because it's really funny. There's like 10-hour loop of this guy just like I don't know because it's very like a lot of these guys have like a kind of Backstreet Boys 90s vibe where they like have spiky hair and they wear like I don't know singlets and they've got ripped tan bodies and they're like playing saxophones and violins and shit and it's very strange. Europe's fucking strange.
I think Finland won, by the way. I saw they announced the winner just a minute ago. It was Finland or Sweden or something.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's like happening right now, right?
Yeah, I think it was one of the Nordic countries. Yeah, because like apparently they're all bent out of shape because there's an Israeli singer there.
Yeah, I fell for a meme like an hour ago where I saw a leaderboard and it had Israel winning, and I was like, what the fuck in this climate?
That'd be awesome.
I thought I saw Switzerland dominating.
Maybe it was Switzerland then. That's basically the same thing. Austria, whatever.
Didn't deserve it.
I had all right. One more thing before we wrap it up because we're getting.
Yeah, we've hit no topics that we discussed. By the way, we had all these topics and we've hit fucking none of them.
Whatever. Did you see the Trump rally pictures in Wildwood, New Jersey?
When was this?
Trump had a rally today, dude. There had to have been 90,000 people there.
Where's
Donald Trump? Wildwood, New Jersey.
Wildwood. Okay.
Wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there had to have been. And I mostly just brought that up because I want to talk about Barron Trump because I am already all in on Barron Trump. I think he's going to be the God Emperor of the United States of America. He will be I mark it down now. Barron Trump will be the last American president because he's going to be the person that turns it into a monarchy. And I'm all for it.
Is this like a thing of like he's going to wait the what is it, like 19 more years until he can run?
Yeah,
or is this
he's only
just going to turn this into like a
36, I think, to be president.
Yeah, 36, 37. Right.
36.
So, or is this going to be a thing where like Trump's going to become dictator and change the constitution? And
no. What'll happen? Trump's going to win this election. He'll have his final turn. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be a lot of tears. It's going to be. I'll make money because I make money during his presidencies. Okay. I'll also forget all the lessons I learned during the next. So I'll take all that money and keep reinvesting it, so I lose it at the end when it switches back. But anyway. Point being, Trump will do that. It'll be over. Barron's going to disappear for a couple of years. We're not going to hear from him. He's going to be, but while we're
going to play in the NBA.
No. He's really tall though. But while that's all going on, he's going to be just gathering his powers. He's going to be gathering more allies. When time hits, we'll both be long dead by then. But once he's 36 years old, he's going to run for president. He's going to win, and that's going to be it. There will never be another election. He will be president for life. I'm telling you right now. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he does some sort of thing where he like merges with a sandworm and becomes the God Emperor and like rules for about 3,000 years.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And creates his own race of people from the people that are then because of his breeding program. So he creates these superhumans. I'm talking about the plot. If you keep reading Dune past the books or past the ones that make movies on, that's what it turns into. Dune gets really fucking weird, dude. And then there's like chair dogs, which are dogs that are chairs. Like it's weird. It's weird. Fucking. Well, they can't make movies because it's like literally unfilmable.
Can I ask you a constitutional question though?
Yeah.
Because I actually don't know the answer to this. I know they only do 2 terms, but is it 2?
I think it's 2 in total. I don't think it's a consecutive thing.
Yeah, but is that written in the Constitution? Because
it's an amendment.
Like there's obviously been circumstances like with what was it, FDR, right?
Where FDR was
like a 3rd term.
FDR was elected 4 consecutive times. He died early on in his 4th term. That's when that rule came in. That's when they made that a constitutional amendment. I don't remember what number the amendment is, but yeah, you can only be for 2 terms total. So Trump is done after this one, even though it wasn't consecutive. He's done after this term.
Is there a possibility he tries to run?
No, he's 78 years old or some shit.
He's
old as hell too. He's been better. He's mentally there, but he's
fired up.
He's done. This is gonna be great too because he's not worried about re-election. He's just gonna do whatever the fuck he wants. It's gonna be a shit show. I fully anticipate that I will be locked down probably from like September of this year until September of 2028, probably. Because it's all gonna go to hell, dude. It's gonna be just absolute chaos.
You think I think Mike said it, but about like comedy. Who said it? Maybe I don't know, but about like because comedy is like people are bringing back all sorts of words that I want to say. Is it a thing where Trump goes back into power and they put a stranglehold on that stuff again? We go back to PC culture.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see because we're in kind of uncharted territory, to be honest. This country's never been this fucked up before. So, well, that's not true. Right? We did have a civil war.
I was gonna say
But
that's
other than that,
yeah.
it hasn't been this fucked up in any recent memory. So
And as we know, you're anti-slavery, right?
I disavowed slavery back.
Okay.
Remember Ochell is a slavery guy,
right?
And I'm an anti-slavery guy.
He's got like boy slaves in his dungeon or something, right? That he's got chained up like Ariel Castro.
It's more likely
except boy version.
Yeah, it's more likely he's the boy slave. But Ariel Castro. Nice reference. Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, right?
What a fucking shithole. By the way, nobody
from
Cleveland. They never actually live in Cleveland. They go, I live in Cleveland. You go, oh yeah, where do you live? And they go, I live in Broadview Heights. I was like, that's not Cleveland. None of them actually.
I only know
Cleveland.
Akron. How do you pronounce that? Akron. The
Zips.
Zips.
Shithole. Oh god, that's where they used
LeBron
to make
James.
all the rubber and that's Toledo where they made rubber. Toledo played in the Rubber Bowl. Akron's a shithole, dude. That's where like all the drugs from this area come from. Is Akron? It's all people. It's all gangs from Akron.
All that shit you smoke. But aren't you fucking in the like Inverness or something?
Inverness.
Dunfermline.
Glasgow.
What are some other Scottish places? Oh, you're in Glasgow.
Glasgow, Edinburgh. Now we've named Tongue.
No, I don't know about that.
Tongue's in Mackay country.
Oh, is that right? Is that where you're from?
Yep, Mackay country. Ross County. That's the soccer team in Scotland. They represent the county of Ross.
Hearts.
Hearts of Midlothian.
Kilmarnock
Bonnet. That's a great song. I'll send you the Kilmarnock Bonnet.
Okay. I'm going to send you Epic Sax Guy.
All right. Well, I think that's it for us. We did an hour.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, Pat Ford. We love you, buddy. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Shout out John and Warren.
Shout out John Warren. Shout out Pat Ford. Shout out Random Football Card on Twitter. He watches too.